Finally, we get to see a Buster Keaton movie. I am actually a really big fan of Buster Keaton. Half of his movies have made me laugh, and these movies came out in the 20s, guys. Seriously, 100 years and comedy still can't make me laugh today as they did 100 years ago? I mean, what's up with that? So this movie is called Our Hospitality, and Our Hospitality is basically the first comedy when it comes to this list, this challenge that I am on. But before that, real quick, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share my video so I can finally get an audience out there. I can finally get a better microphone, a better camera, and better everything, even a better editing software, so I can finally make a real YouTube video and not sit here looking like an utter loser. I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Buster Keaton. So Our Hospitality is a comedy that came out in 1923, so 99 years ago, and it stars Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton is this guy. He is living in New York until he gets a letter from somebody that says he has inherited this house from his uncle. He has inherited all these riches. So he goes out there to finally seek his fortune, only to find out it's all in ruins, it's all collapsed, and he finally feels like he's on the end of his rope. That is until he meets this young girl. Now, when it comes to girls in the 1920s, they're kind of cookie cutter. They're mostly the same thing. They're the same hairstyle, same dark haired or blonde hair, or they're wearing skimpy outfits, and quite honestly, it's just the same fashion for all of them, and I guess that's just what hot girls are supposed to look like in those days. And when I look at half of them, I'm thinking to myself, what is the style in those days? I mean, did they not come up with better ideas over the years? But then again, I look at the styles nowadays, and maybe I shouldn't be complaining. But anyway, they start getting along, and you can kind of see where this is going. They start going out until finally she wants him to meet her family. And it's kind of the basic meet the parents type of comedy. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, this can go one out of two ways. One, it could be kind of chuckleable, but really dull at the same time, like Meet the Fockers. Or it could be terrifying and yet awesome at the same time, like the movie Get Out. Well, this movie is a comedy, and so it's in the comedy category when it comes to this section of movies. And this movie has done one thing that no other movie in this category has ever done for me. Made me laugh. I mean, seriously, half the time in this movie, I was actually laughing. Mostly because when it comes to Buster Keaton's family as well as her family, they have history, and they do not like each other at all. Especially since she has two brothers, or was it two cousins? But anyway, I'm going to call them two brothers. They do not like him one bit. So they basically spend this entire movie trying to take him out. And by take him out, I mean they're trying to kill him. They carry guns through this movie. So comedy in the 1920s is a whole lot different than it is nowadays. But the thing about comedies in those days is that it all deals with timing. It all deals with kind of slapstick type of humor. Like if they're trying to catch Buster Keaton's character, and he suddenly gets away without even noticing it, and they run into a situation where they ultimately fail. It's that type of comedy. Now, when it comes to silent pictures, I'm pretty sure you're asking yourself, oh, why should I be watching a silent picture comedy? I mean, that just sounds really boring to me, like every other silent picture. Dude, let me explain this to you. There are two shows in my mind that kind of follows the same type of formula that silent picture comedies go through, and that is the Roadrunner cartoon and Tom and Jerry. No dialogue in those cartoons. Basically, it's 15 minutes of entertainment of one character trying to catch this poor innocent creature just trying to get away, even if those poor innocent creatures just kind of enjoy it. And I'm pretty sure you're thinking, actually that's only 15 minutes long, so 15 minutes I could probably handle, but I don't know if I can handle like 2 to 4 hours of a silent picture comedy. Well, this one is pretty short, so I will give it that, and I will promise you this right here: when it comes to the comedic moments and the timing in this movie, it does bring out the laughter in me, and I was really enjoying this movie. And it just has the perfect timing, the perfect sense of comedy, and the perfect sense of just character development that I want to see Buster Keaton and this girl have a really good relationship. I want the families to really get along, and also I kind of want to see her brothers fail in their big mission of trying to kill this guy. It's just one of those comedies, and I will say it is my favorite movie when it comes to Meet the Parents type of story. that type of category may not be everybody's favorite, but I will promise you this, is that you will find entertainment out of this movie. You will find a couple of laughs. Either way, that's just my opinion, but I will say this movie is definitely a classic. May not be the best Buster Keaton movie out there, but it's one of those movies that I definitely will remember, and I still remember it after watching it. I don't want to give away any spoilers. It's because I just want you guys to really check it out. It's on YouTube. It is free, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So guys, our hospitalities. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Whatever you thought, comment them down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.